I'm back. My daughter called and cut the whole recording off. But anyway, right now what I'm doing, I'm getting ready to put these greens on. I already got the rice on. So this is what I'm doing right now. But anyway, I was talking about Halle Berry turning down the role of a transgender for this movie. And my thoughts on that is, first of all, Jada Pinkett, not Jada Pinkett, I just did a video on Jada Pinkett. It should be finished uploading. I'm still uploading. They asked a straight black woman who, for what I understand, she's not biracial. She's biracial. She's not bisexual or gay or lesbian or anything as far as what I know so far. But they asked her. This is a knife I'm gonna cut it with. I got this knife from my grandmother. I guess an antique knife she had. So they asked her to play this transgender role. She turned it down because, as she says, she thinks transgender should be able to tell their own stories. And I totally agree with that. But then I saw in a headline somewhere where they said that the T-class transgender is upset with her. So my thing is, why would you be upset with Halle Berry? Now back in the day, they only had heterosexual people play gay roles. And gay men, they were upset. We want to play our own roles while we aren't allowed to play our own roles. They'll this and that. So now, gay men play their own roles. We passed that. We over that. But now, they want a black woman to play a transgender role. Now, I guess black women have played lesbian roles, and they're not lesbians, because back in the day they only wanted straight people to play it, and I think there was an agenda to that. You know, we want straight people to play it that way, people that way you or whatever. So people play that role, whatever. But now, alphabet people want to play their own roles. So what I don't understand is, why would transgender people be upset because Halle Berry turned down the role as a transgender woman? This is what I think. First of all, we as straight black women, we were born a female. We don't know nothing about being a man. You know, we don't know nothing about being a male. Now, we can have masculine personalities, you know, because every human being is part masculine, part feminine. And when it's balanced, you know who you are and whatever. Whether you are male or female or whatever. But it won't this black female who black men to play a transgender role. Why would they get upset when she turned it down? What's the purpose of getting upset because she turned down? And she said it in the most respectful way anything can ever be said. She thinks they should have the right to play their own roles and be who they are. That's what we as black women believe. You should be who you are. If you believe you're a man or you believe you're a woman, you will be that. But the thing about it is, I'm a female. I choose to be a woman. Then you got male that choose to be a woman. I'm a female and I choose to be a woman. That's that's who I am. I would not want to try to figure out how to be a transgender woman. First of all, it's like going to a full transformation programming or whatever for a female woman who sees herself as a woman to go and try to figure out in a full mental capacity what it is to be a man. Halle Berry would have to figure out how she would have to learn to be a man to play a transgender, because transgender women are men. They were born men who choose to be a woman. Because I heard because I look at definition to words, because you can't have a discussion with people if you don't understand the definition of the word. So I had to research this so I can get a full understanding in my mind. With all this stuff, they telling us what we should be, and it making absolutely no sense to us. So we gotta do our own research and get our own understanding, because all the answers that we ever need in life is gonna come from within us. So I did my research. So at this point, I can't imagine in a movie playing a transgender. It's just like Will Smith and Jamie Foxx. They had to go be with these people, understand these people, these roles that they play. I think Will played Muhammad Ali and Jamie Foxx played Ray Charles and whatever. You got to become these people to be able to play these people's role. So for Halle Berry to play a transgender, she would literally have to be around a man. She would literally have to go around a man and just learn exactly what it is to be a man. And there's no way a woman. Now you got some transgender men that were born women. Let one of them play the transgender role, because they know what it's like to be a man. And a man and a transgender woman knows, a transgender man knows what it's like to be a woman. And a transgender woman knows what it's like to be a man, because they're both. I'm a female. I'm masculine, feminine energy, but I have no idea I may have been a man in another life, and I probably was, but in this life, I don't have that memory of what it was like to be a man in another life. So my thing is, I'm not trying to get confused and get headaches. Now, in my early 40s, I started having Alzheimer's symptoms, had all of them. So what I do, so when I research something, okay, so what can I do about this? So what I did was learn everything there is to know about Alzheimer's, the symptoms and all of that. Then I went and said, now how you treat this? And so I went and learned everything about how to treat it. And the one thing that I know a lot of people did is do puzzles and read books. Me, I got better things to do than sit around all day in adult daycare reading books and doing puzzles, or going to these senior citizen clubs and whatever, and sit down and do puzzles and read books. Bore me out of my skull. Can't do it. So what else to do? It says learn something new. Cute. What do I need to learn that I ain't never learned in my life? Computers. At good. At my sister, my niece was in the hospital, and that she break my chain of thought when the notification came down that she's like 40. She started going in cardiac arrest. You know, we on the family chat talking to her through it, praying to her. She get to the hospital. 2 days later, they got her blood pressure down and telling her she got blocked arteries and all kind of things like that. They sent her home, and my sister just sent the text that no COVID-19. Super great. And that goes to show that goes back to when my mother was at her end of life. She was 78, 79. I think she was 79. She would have been 79. But anyway, at her end of life, they claimed she had COVID-19. Where she get it from? There's no way she had no COVID-19. They just say she had it. So my sister goes in. Everybody gets tested. Nobody got COVID. So my sister gets real sick after the testing. Then she real sick after the testing. Goes in, bleeding kidneys, getting blood transfusion and all of that. She got COVID-19. Where she get it from? She must have get it from mama. Not. Because nobody else got it. And the little grandbaby had the hand in my mama's mouth and all of that. And he don't have no COVID. Now that their mom and their dad, they don't have COVID. So where COVID come from? I don't know. I don't believe mama had it. Sister Carolyn, they say she had it. They treated her for it and all of that. Give her blood transfusion and all of that. Telling her she ain't had it, but telling us she had it. I don't know. So now, my niece was the one that took care of my mama. She did the heavy work. Taking care of her, bathing her, cleaning her, feeding her through the feeding tube and cleaning the feeding tube and all of that. And now the test comes back and says she doesn't have it. So that's how come it made me lose track when I saw that. Okay, good, she don't have it. Then they claim my sister got it. My other sister that's in ICU and on ventilator and all kind of issues going on with her. She's 58. She's younger than me. I'm 59. She's 58. They said she got it. Where she get it from? Nobody in this family got it. She's in a residential home. So who in the residential home got it? We don't know. Either way it go, we making sure when you start throwing COVID-19 out there, we ain't got that crap. Because we social distance, we quarantine from each other to a certain point. We social distance to a certain point. And we making sure, being fully aware, nobody in this family on the mom and daddy got COVID. Even though some they say they're getting COVID, but we know where they were when they got it. And therefore we know because of how we are doing, we don't have it. But anyway, that's a tip that we use as a family to not get caught up in this COVID-19 stuff and all of that. Even though it's hitting, it's there, whatever. But we trying to stay safe. And even if we doing what we need to do to stay healthy, build our immune system, take your vitamins, and drink your herb teas, wear your mask, gloves we need to be, whatever, social distance from people on the job. It's a whole nother process you got to go through because these people will put you around people they say got COVID and all kind of stuff. So that's a whole nother thing. But anyway, back to this. Halle. My thing is, how? So this is what I'm going to cook my, turn the videos apart, I'm using to cook my greens in. I think these are, I think these are kale. I'm not actually sure, but I just saw beautiful greens in the store and got them. So let me see what kind of greens. Let me see, maybe I can find a scrap on me. I'm looking through no trash or nothing. I don't know why I tied it so tight. But anyway, I don't remember what these, I don't know what those. I just get some greens because they look good. So see, for my health, I make sure I eat my leafy greens, my fruits because I don't eat a lot of fruits because I'm allergic to the skin. It closes up my throat and causes my throat to itch and all kind of craziness. So I got to wash. These are mustard greens. Mustard greens. So I gotta go through an extra process just to eat a fruit or apple. Wash it, scrub it real good, wash my hand, get a clean knife, go back and cut the skin off it. Wash the apple again after the skin cut off, wash my hand, and then can eat it. Other than that, my throat closes up, throat gets itchy, I have trouble breathing, so I'm allergic to the skin on the fruits. Anyway, but I try to get as much fruits and stuff as I can. I just gotta go through a process to eat it because I can't eat the skin. I'm allergic to the skin. So anyway, I'm gonna cut this eye on and get the. See, the rice should be about ready, cause I put the rice on real low, and just let the rice cook slow. So. Okay. Pot needs. Okay. So, ooh. Okay. And let you see how my rice is doing. Okay. My rice, this is my rice. It's finished. There's 2 cups of this rice right here. And I put it on there. What I do is just put the water and the salt and whatever in there. One thing I didn't put in that I normally put in is my olive oil. I just forgot to put that in there because this is different rice, so I guess that's why I forgot. And I cook the rice on, I don't put it out, instead of putting it on 2, I put the rice on number 3 and just let it cook slow. But I still can put my olive oil in it because that's how I make sure my food has all the nutrients in it that the body needs. So I guess I'll just pour that on top of the rice and just let it soak down in the rice and let it finish let it cook a little longer. So right now, this is the oil that I use, and I got some more oils yesterday in case I run out. You can see I only got like a little bit left in here at the bottom, just a little bit left in there. Then I got this organic olive oil. I got it. It got quite a bit in it. See, it got quite a bit in it. Where you at? It's about right here. Well, yesterday, so I got these since my daughter is buying food. Tell her, come on, mama, y'all can get some food. You know, I just want to help. You know, she want to do a good thing. So I got this yesterday from the Piggly Wiggly, and I got some more of I got the granola, the California Olive Ranch. So the one I just used was the canola and extra. So these are the 2 news I got, so I won't be running out no time soon. So, and what kind of salt I use? I went to the health food store and I got this salt at the health food store, made from evaporated sea water. The other salt I was using because I couldn't get to the store, I was using this regular salt out the Piggly Wiggly, you know, thing, salt like 10 cents a box, something like that. But I got this salt, you know, to make sure the food getting the nutrients that we normally don't get in our food. So go ahead and turn. Okay, I got to move this away a little bit. So I can get. So I turn this eye on, get the collard greens to popping. Not the collard greens. What did I say it was? Turnip greens. Get the turnip greens to popping. And we go get some water in it. I like my turnip green with a lot of soup. So if I put a lot of water in it, and let it boil down really good. This pan I'm cooking these in. It's basically a cornbread pan. I went and I was in the store back when I was with my husband getting stuff, you know, out of the store, you know, selling. The reason where I bought all the candy stuff for my kids was, you know, the kids, and I managed them selling candy. They made a whole lot of money. So I got this out of there as a cornbread. So I got it to cook cornbread in it. Just, I said, I can use it for more cornbread. So I use this little cornbread pan, and this is what I cook my vegetables in. Just what I have cooked rice, and just whatever I feel like cooking in, that's what I do. So go ahead and put some salt in it. Too much something. So anyway, transgender. My thing is this. Why don't you get mad? Because Halle Berry, loving and respectfully turned down the role of a transgender. Why would that be something to get upset about? It's not a cancer thing like some people just, oh, cancer this and this and that. I don't see none of that. Because it would be ridiculous to do something like that. Because she turned down the role. And I think she's right. Transgenders want this and want that. They want every kind of right. That is, the right to be right all the time and everybody else wrong if you disagree. So, you got a right to play you. And I think they should have the right because they're transgenders. They feel they're transgender women. Men feel like they are a woman, and transgender men, a woman, feel like they're a man. And I think you should live your life and play your role. But why do you want a black woman to play a role? We as black women want to stay natural. We want to stay natural. That's what we want to do. We don't want to change. We want to be the way female women always been since for the last millions of years, since Earth been here. That's what we want to be. Why can't we be that? We don't want to be nothing else. You don't want to be a man. You don't want to be a woman. I'm cool with that. I want to be a woman that only wants to be with a man. I don't have a problem with women. I connect with women, even gay women and whatever. But I get along with everybody. But long as what you want to be don't interfere with what I want to be, I'm good. So I don't get this upset with Halle Berry because she rather let the transgender people play a role. It's who they are. But since we are females who choose to be female only, because we don't understand what to say, what not to say, we just don't understand, and every time we open our mouth, it's a cancel somebody, like this your thing with B. Simone, cancel her, cancel Nick at night, because we trying to figure it out. We generally trying to figure it out, but because we being attacked, harassed, and need to be counseled, and just starve a deathly life as if we don't have a right to live on this earth, and whatever, because we don't understand, well, we'll teach you. What better way to teach anybody who a transgender woman is better than a transgender woman, better than a transgender man? Because I'm as a female don't want to figure out, because for Halle Berry to play that role, she literally has to figure out what it is to be a man. Because you know what it is to be a woman. And then put the two and play the role better than a transgender person. That's too much. I like my life simple. That's complicated. And anybody, we as females just don't want to do it. And we have every right to not want to do it. And we shouldn't be counseled because we don't want to do it. Be who you want to be. Be who you want to be. Play your role. Play your role. I guess the Halle Berry being who she is, that will bring a lot of black women to watch her and see what it's like to be a transgender. That don't mean I'm going to watch her. If she play a transgender, don't mean I'm going to watch it. Because we have a preference as to what show we're going to watch. The phone is in our hand. We choose whether we want to click on that show and watch it. If we don't want to, oh, my battery going low. If we don't want to, then we shouldn't be counseled because we don't want to. But anyway, my phone's about to die. So I'm going to end this video But basically, Halle Berry has the right to not want to play the part. A transgender has every right to play who they are in this movie and should. Just like black people, adults, want to play roles that's about them, and like a Harriet Tubman. You will go to Great Britain and get some woman over there from the elite to play a black woman based on what the white writers, producers, whatever, say it is. Yeah, that's what black people are doing it, but they're basically doing what white people tell them. So everybody play their role. Nobody can play a transgender better than a transgender. Nobody can trade a female who only want a man better than a female, and man vice versa. Be who you are, play your role, and that's it for this video. Give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to hit that 1,000, and I will see you next time. Bye.